So introduce yourself, DJ Struk, obviously.
DJ Struk, Will Duran. You know, just DJ Struk. That's it, I guess. You know.
Well, I mean, you know how we do it, man. Explain what you do, why you went down that road.
Yeah.
What you're doing when you get behind the decks, what makes you go, because every time you come and do a set,
yeah,
it's different.
It's completely different.
The last one you did, you know, that mid-90s down tempo, a lot of Ninja Tune, Mo Wax.
Yeah.
And now we did more rave and acid house.
Yeah, today I was like on a rave tip. I can't believe I played beach ball. You know, like I had no idea I was gonna play that tonight, but it's like, you know, I'm like losing 10 pounds behind the DJ, behind the turntables. I'm like, beach ball it is. But you know, like I don't know, it's always been a pleasure to be you know, a guest on a dope show like this. And you know, when I get behind the turntables, man, like I want to enjoy myself. I want people to enjoy themselves. I wanna always play something different. I hate being that guy that plays the same stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. So I make an effort to like always like try to change it up. You know, even genres. You know, not even necessarily artists, but genres as well. You know what I'm saying? So I've always tried to do that. You know, really, that's been a big part of me. You know what I'm saying? So I go from like soul, which is like classic soul, and disco, and like funk, and into some rave, into some dance hall, into some hip hop, you know. So
and it works.
It works. I hope it works.
No, it definitely works.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then locally, let them know where you play locally so they can catch you.
I'm at Urban Flats every Friday night. It's like a real low key spot. It's like on some grown and sexy is what I like to call it, I guess. But you know, like I'm at Urban Flats every Friday night. I'm at Cleo's Lounge on Thursdays, every other Thursday. We're doing Sunday Fun Day with Bernard Florima Presents. That's going really well. They got like a gang of DJs that are a part of that whole event. So it's just, you know, it's a blessing to be a part of what they're doing, and you know, so it's good, man. You know, between that and, you know, keeping up with life, I think that's it, man. That's it, pretty much.
I can also make you dance.
When you got into DJing, when you got into record collecting, what made you go down that road? Was there like, you know, a genre that inspired you, something, you know, that you did when you were younger, a memory, anything that made you say, okay, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life? You
know, I was always a real big fan of jazz. So when like all that Mo Wax stuff, like all that Shadow and all that Crush stuff was coming out, man, I was like blown away.
It hit, right.
You know, and I was like, and to have it on vinyl was even cooler.
Right.
You know, I was like, wow. You know, I got this like, you know, I mean, I can't even name the Crush albums. You know, like all that Crush and that Shadow stuff. It was so left field. And it was like hip hop was like so whack right at that age, you know. It was like, so this was good. So
and
it was
then
like,
strictly turntableized.
Yeah, and then like they're playing jazz cuts and they're like, you know, sampling this and sampling that. So like my creative like little spark went off in my head, and I really just started collecting like those records, and then those records turned into like even more records, you know, and then starting to find the samples of those records. You know, and then like 5,000 records later, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
exactly.
you know, so I mean, but you know, so I think that's what really kind of started like the collection process.
Okay.
And then once the collection started, you know, then it was like, hey, you know, we're having a party, come spin, and then one thing led to another, man. And I'm just really blessed that, you know, that I can be able to put things out there like that, man, and like, make a living off of playing music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. It's really cool, man.
That's nice, man, and it definitely shows in what you do, man. And we love what you do. We love when you're here at the studio.
It's awesome, man. Thank
you so much for the years of support that you've given Filter Sunshine Radio.
No doubt, man. You guys are, like I said, man, #1 station in Orlando, no doubt. For real.
Any other up-and-coming gig besides the residencies every week?
You know, just the residencies, man. I've got a couple calls to like, you know, I've been doing a lot of like these private parties lately, man, which are really cool because I get the opportunity to like, it's more of an intimate kind of thing, you know, and I got like, you know, old people, you know, requesting a gran combo and like, you know, like Isma Riveras.
And Struk was also one of the DJs featured at the Red Bull event, which, how long ago was that? March, I think it was?
Yeah, man. Time just
What was your feeling on that?
It was cool, man. It was definitely an experience. Like I've never had to DJ that kind of crowd.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like when I saw Cosmo Baker going afterwards, like it's so crazy, like his professionalism, like and the way you approach that situation, because like, you know, that's somebody that I really looked up to. I was like, wow, like, you know, he knew exactly what to drop right afterwards, and it was like, you know, and I think a lot of people, at least I felt that, you know, like I was missing that a little bit, you know, but you know, so it was an experience, if anything, you know, it was a huge experience for me, you know, something that I learned a lot from. And to be a part of, like, you know, that lineup of DJs, man, you know, like, you know, some serious cats that were on there, man. But, you know, Dennis, you know, he killed it. you know, and M Squared, Rincon, all those guys, and it's cool because I built a lot of relationships from that event. You know, like a lot of those guys that were part of that event, you know, like we're cool now, and you know, it's a lot of networking that went on. So you know, it was a real good experience, man, for real.
Nice, man. You got any mixes online? Anything available?
I got something in the works.
You got a SoundCloud yet?
I got something in the works, and she's laughing because I've been saying that for years. But I got something in the works. You know, and I'm thinking like new disco meets old disco.
Okay.
So, disco.
There you go, DJ Struk here on Filter Sunshine Radio. Hermano.
Yo.
Thanks, man.
Mad love, man. Mad love. Peace, yo.
So tell me that you love me. I'll sing it out to the crowd. Please tell me that you need me.